welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what I'm going to do is I've got these little glass bottles and they're very cheap and they're easy to get hold of. I will put the link to everything that I use using my affiliate links in the description below, so you can easily click on it and find it. And what I'm going to be doing with these is I'm going to make 3 different things with them. I'm probably going to turn these into pendants at the end, and I'll show you how to do that and to stop the cork coming out. I'm going to make a tiny little seascape with a little bit of sand. This tiny little jellyfish. He's so cool. Let me get him out. He's so cool. And obviously some blue coloured resin. In this one, all I'm going to have is I've got this little wooden figure of a person, of a lady. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put her inside this bottle and just fill it up with clear. And probably put a little bit of glitter in it as well. Because why wouldn't I? I love my glitter. And then this one, all I'm going to do is I've got these holographic glitters, as you can see here. They came in a pack. They were fairly cheap. And I'm just going to fill one up with holographic glitter and allow that to cure and then turn that into a pendant. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. I release videos 3 times a week. And hit that notification bell. Give it a knock. And that way you'll get notified when any of my videos come out. And one of the first things that I'll need to do is secure this little wooden lady into this glass pot. And I'm going to be using UV resin for this to suspend her in there. And thank you to Dolce from Dolce Creations for sending me these little wooden figures. I'll link her channel in the description below. So there we go. Using my tweezers, I'm just suspending her where I want her. And I'm shining my powerful UV torch into the resin to ensure that it cures. Now it's slightly cured, and what the great thing is, it won't move, it won't float anywhere, it won't disturb, and it will stay suspended in this glass bottle. I've mixed up my resin and I'm just pouring in a 50-50 volume of sand to fill into the one there. I want to make a little seascape with the little jellyfish. I've left my resin to cure for about 20 minutes, so it's nice and thick at this stage as well, which is important. So I'm just popping that in there, plopping that in there, glop, 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 and tapping it down. And what I'm using is the end of one of my little micro brushes to tap that down to make sure it's nice and level. And the reason I as well let my resin cure up quite a bit is so that things will stay suspended, particularly the glitter and the jellyfish. So I'm using my pipette here, because if not, I'm too messy with it with my tremor, to fill up the bottle with the glitter. And this is going to be the magic like potion bottle. There we go. So that one's all nicely filled up. And then the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the little seascape one. And again, I will use a pipette for that to ensure that I'm not making too much of a mess. Now, this sand isn't going to move around because it's heavy anyway, so I didn't need to set this one with the UV resin. But because it's nice and thick, I'll pop the little cutie in. And there we go. He's in there, and he will just, or she will just stay suspended. And again, I will top that one up to the edge where the cork would go in, leaving a gap so that you can still get the cork into the jar, which is really important. And this is a bigger bottle, or wider necked bottle, so I can pour in the resin for this one that has got a little bit of gold glitter, not too much, just a little bit, even though it's me, I love me glitter, in there just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And then what I'll do is I'll leave these, cover them up, and let them cure for about 24 hours. And then I'll show you how I seal the corks so that they don't crumble, and glue them into the bottles. So these little bottles have all cured up now, and they've cured up lovely. That's the one with the person in and the glitter going around it. We've got the little tiny seascape with the little jellyfish, who's a cutie. And we've got the one with just the glitter in. It looks like a magic potion. And these are the corks. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to glue these corks in, and I'm going to be using E6000 for this. Now, I could use the 5-minute epoxy, but I do find that because these are glass, 5-minute epoxy would give a more of a yellowy hint to it, where the E6000 I find dries quite clear. So I'm going to put in quite a bit into there, I suppose. And then I'm just going to pop the cork in and then give it a bit of a twist. Like so. And then leave that to cure up for about, I don't know, probably overnight. It doesn't always take overnight, but that's how long I'll leave it. And then again, I'll give that cork a bit of a twist, and that makes sure it's evenly distributed throughout the whole thing. And then I'll show you how I finish them off and protect that cork as well, because cork can be a little bit fragile and crumbly, and you don't want it to be fragile and crumbly. You want it to be as secure as possible before we put the chain or anything on them. As soon as they're dry, I will come back to this. So these are all cured now, and the tops, the cork is all stuck in there nicely. But what I want to do before I go on and do anything else with these, the little magic potion and this one, is I want to shorten these corks. And the reason that I want to do that is cork can be a little bit fragile, and if it's fragile then it can easily break. So what I want to do is I want to shorten these probably down to about there, and it cuts ever so easily with a sharp blade. There we go, and I just think that looks a little bit better. And also it gives you a bit more security as well, because it's not likely to break. And the other thing I will do is I will pop a bit of super glue onto the top of these corks like so, and allow that to soak into the cork. And what you'll find is that will give it a lot more structural integrity than just the soft cork. I'll let that dry like that, and then I will put the hook in, and I'll show you how I put the hook in and a chain on them to finish them off as necklaces. So before these are completely dry on the top, this is when I put in my little tiny screw hook. I just start it off like this, and I will link everything that I've used today in the description below. And the reason I do this before it's completely dry is when you're screwing it in, what it will do is it will take a little bit of that super glue down there with it, and it will make it much more secure. And I think that's really important, bit of security. But try and screw them in rather than push them in, because then you are getting a better grip on it. And if you want to know where I get these jewellery tools from, I will again link these in the description. They're not expensive, but by golly, they are useful. And then I'll leave this to dry up completely, and I'll show you how I put the jump rings on and the necklace and what they look like finished. So these have all sealed up nicely, and so I just need to put on the jump rings. And I just want to say a quick thank you to all my members whose names are coming up on the screen now. And if you want to become a member and find out what all the perks are, and there are lots of perks, then check out the join button that is in the description below or on the actual main page of my channel. These are easy to put on. All you have to do is you take a jump ring, open it up like that, pop it through the little hook, the little closed loop that you've put there, and bend it back, close it up until the sides align. Also, if you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you to all my videos and help me towards, I'm saving for a 3D printer to use with all my resin work. I'm not buying an expensive one. I just want to see how well it goes. And anybody that buys me a coffee towards the 3D printer, their names will go on the 3D printer itself. And in my new studio, I'm also having a wall of thanks for anybody that buys me a coffee, and their names will go on there as well. So all you need to do is, I'm using these little corded necklaces, and again I will add the links to everything that I've used in the description, and I just put them round. And I've used a white one for this because it's got a white jellyfish in it. I'm using whatever colour this is because I think to me it looks like the same colour as the glitter in this magic potion bottle. I'm not sure if it is, it could be any colour really. And I'm using black because I painted the figure black, so it was a silhouette in there. And you don't have to use a figure, you can use anything that you can fit into these bottles as well. So there we go, they're all finished now. And I think they hang lovely. They're not too heavy, and they just make a nice little fun pendant. Or you could use the smaller ones as earrings, or there's lots of different things that you could do for them. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd be really interested to know which one you like the best. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And check out the video that's coming up next. It's how to cast without bubbles if you don't have a pressure pot. I look forward to seeing you in that one. Take care. Enjoy your resin. Bye.